10 o'clock, Saturday morning, the 5th of October. 5th of October, 2024. We are getting on in the year, aren't we? I see palm trees, coconuts, palm trees, sandy beach, blue sky, and I'm not there. That's a photograph I took years ago. That's Hua Hin, Thailand. I'd much rather be there today, but I'm waiting on Amazon to deliver my new phone. That's why I can't go out today. It's, because I don't want to go on AWOL. 2 people are here. Okay, wonky donkey. I bought my iPhone 14 from Argos. It was on offer. Okay, fine. Gorilla in Manila. Good morning, Ed. Simon Bridges. Hello. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I better stop with those songs. Because I'm going to get a copyright strike. Franco A. Hello, Eddie from Texas, deep in the heart of Texas. Okay, that's it. Sounds good. Texas having great reviews. Apparently, it's a good place to visit if you're going to visit America once. Hi, Eddie, someone says. Paul G. Eat, good afternoon from Bangkok. Okay. John Daly, well, that's another wish I was here place. John Daly, good morning. Ari, good morning from Jam TM. Still alive and shiny, still alive. One out of 2. Leeds, good morning, Ed. How's it going? It's going okay, mate. I mean, to continue with the tech talk, as many of you will know, I'm finishing. Oh, did I tell you about the setback? I think I did tell you on this channel about the setback I had. I was due to finish on Tuesday, but they had a power cut one day this week at the radiotherapy. I've done 27. I should have done 28 sessions by now, 2 to go, but I've actually done 27 because that was a no trip. So I'm finishing on Wednesday this week, and not only that, but I finish on Wednesday, the 9th of October, and that is 5 months being tied to hospitals, and it's felt like a epic journey because I'm not used to it, but 5 months being tied to hospitals. So I've actually received an appointment for January for the MRI scan. It's right at the end of January. So it's actually more than 3.5 months free that I've got, free to live my life while I've still got it. So from the 9th of October to near the end of January, I've got that to do as I please. I'm starting next week with my European trip, as many of you will know. Wonky donkey, you need to get the settings right on iPhone. Look on YouTube. Okay, now I've got a story to tell about iPhones. Which I'm not waiting for Amazon to let an iPhone. Michael Bay, Mornetti, which phone have you bought? I'll tell you in a minute. Nomiai Inspector. Hello, handsome Eddie. Good to see you. You're live now. Malaysian Larry present. Okay, fine. Thank you. Nice to hear from you all. Okay. So I had one disappointment this week. For months and months, I thought I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to splash out. I'm going to do something exorbitant and luxury, like I don't normally do. I usually do economy, but I'm really, really going to splash out. So I'm going to buy. I patiently waited for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and I know it's been out for a few weeks, but I thought I'm going to splash out on it. But I haven't gone to 3 places, O2, EE, and Vodafone. I heard the same thing. There's a waiting list for it. I mean, I already decided I'm not having a contract phone because I've heard too many horror stories about them. People with contract phones have them stolen, and while they're abroad, and people run up thousands of pounds worth of where the bills, so which you'll have to pay. So I'm not having a contract phone. I was prepared to buy it outright with a credit card. I thought I could do that. When I went into Vodafone the other day, I thought I could buy it outright. The iPhone 16 Pro Max, the brand spanking model. I was opting for 512 gigabytes because I think that would be enough for me. And I was prepared to buy it with a credit card and wave it about like, I don't buy jewelry. Remember, I've never bought an item of jewelry, but that is one exorbitant thing that I was prepared to pay my money for. And I was told, no way, Jose. There's a waiting list for it. I mean, you're waiting a couple of months, perhaps. I haven't got a couple of months to wait. I'm going abroad next week. I planned on vlogging with that, and all right, there was a bit of an element of showing off, but I was gutted. So I could get the iPhone 15 Pro Max, but it's not. I wanted the most up-to-date model. I wanted to tell people about it, and. I went in there for a Rolls Royce and I'm told I have to settle for a Bentley. It's not the same thing, mate. So I quickly abandoned that. That was after cards. So let's get by. Paul G eats Nokia. No, that's all that. That's all. I had a Nokia years ago. Gizmo and Asia. Hello, Eddie from John TM. Okay, nice. Z-Bow, good morning from Georgia. Georgia, that sounds like one of those places, one of those really good places to visit in America. My one thing I've missed out in life, I have not visited America, but I've always felt if you're going to do a big country, you've got to do it properly, and I haven't got the time now. I've missed the boat. I could go for a weekend in New York. Or whatever. What's that all about? But Georgia, I'd like to visit Georgia, and I'd like to visit Texas. John Daly, I my CT scan before I received my notification of the appointment by post. Beat that. Okay, I can't beat that. Nathan Chuck. Hi, Eddie. Cold there, mate. Yeah. Well, yeah. The winter doesn't set in. It's autumn time now. So, no, my eyes better. You're better off buying outright. Contracts nowadays, it's 2 years and costs more in the long run. Okay. And if someone steals it, like what I said before, there was some horror stories years ago. Oh, people having their phones stolen and the robbers running up thousands of pounds worth of bills. So I wouldn't risk that. Yeah, Yasmin 123 morning ago. So what's new at news, Eddie? Are you getting your iPhone? No, I'm not getting an iPhone. I've abandoned that. And I'll tell you what phone it's much cheaper, the phone that I'm getting. Shane Rana, where are you going next week? I'll tell you after I've been there. I'll make some videos. I'll do some live streams from there next week, but they will be in places where it's not offensive. Eddie, Lone Star, Eddie, the Pro Max phones are massive, heavy and too big for day-to-day use. unless you're a bigger fella. The normal size ones are better for using practically. Um, yeah, I mean, I understand that. I mean, the new iPhone 16 Pro is 6.9 inches. Um, but that's when it was. I mean, I can't vlog the way I can't do live streams the way I used to. Walking around. I used to do all of those live streams, but I can't do that anymore. So what's the point in having it? And I need a big screen for that. So what's the point? Franco, get in on the long payment plan. One way to stick it to the man. Brian McKellen, I don't know why people buy iPhone. Samsung makes nearly all the parts in the iPhone. Okay. Get yourself a £200. It'll do all you need. GoPro for vlogging. I bought a GoPro before the GoPro's had its day. I bought that before the pandemic, and that's had its day. It heats up and packs in and does all right. I may as well throw that one away because that's old and decrepit. But there's one camera that I still possess that I bought also before the pandemic, but haven't really used it. I think it's still got life in it, for vlogging, and that is the Canon G7X. I can still make good. I can still bring that back to life. That's still there. It's still functional, and I can make some videos with that. I mean, in recent years, it's become trendy for some people to ditch conventional cameras, and start making YouTube videos with iPhones. But I can bring that Canon is the one old camera that I've got. I didn't make that many videos with that. Use that really when I bought because the pandemic come along, the lockdowns, and I couldn't travel, so I've never really used that to its full extent. The Canon G7X, so I've still got. I know that it's excellent. I'll tell you, they used to use the Canon G7X. One of the biggest vloggers out there, Bangkok 112. He used to use the Canon G7X. I used it. I actually have videos, that I've surreptitious filming that I've done in Bangkok. We're using the Canon G7X, but I've never uploaded those videos simply because I'm not a sneaky bastard. I'm not. It's a bit sneaky. I'm not going to film people who don't want to be filmed. Funny that, Eddie. Matthew, I'm waiting on the exact same thing. Royal Mail said I'd get it this morning. Now the message changed to transit, so I've not got a clue. Keep kicking. Okay. Nicholas Ross, you have to visit Texas. Wonderful place, extremely generous people. Texas women are Texas gold. Very true. Well, I met a few people, non-Americans, but British people, in fact, who've raved about Texas. They said it's a great place to visit. 7-Eleven, have you visited Georgia, the country? Absolutely stunning. It's mountains higher than the Alps. Well, good place. I planned on Georgia once. I think I was in Turkey at the time, living in Turkey during the winter time, and I took a flight to. I was intending Georgia, but I ended up in Ukraine instead, and Ukraine. And, so I'm not visiting Georgia. As long as they're a fair point. No, I inspect. I always get an older model when getting a new iPhone. They all do the job. So, Matthew Miles, size no matter, sexy man. Okay. Check an Osmo, or at least look at it. Okay, so I have how many cameras have I got? because I ditched some of the older ones when I went abroad at the beginning of the year, this year. But one that I kept was the Canon E7X, which is, like I say, was the one used by Bangkok 112. And if he can use it, I mean, that's good enough for them. It's certainly good enough for what I've got. And the other one, I'll get rid of the GoPro because that's worn out. That is. So I'll ditch that. But my new phone, when it comes, will be good. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. That Osmo, I've heard of that. Hi, Eddie. Stephen O'Connor. Nice to hear from you, Steve. Okay, hi, Eddie. Greetings from a sunny Phnom Penh. Look into the Samsung range. Way better than iPhones. I'm off to Cebu in this December. Cebu in the Philippines. Okay, good for you. I've already ordered mine, and I've paid for my phone. I'm awaiting Amazon delivery. Samsung, Samsung are expensive, but I've heard, I mean, some people like them, some people, so I can't comment on them. So nice to hear from you anyway, Steve. BW, hi Steady, how the devil are you? Oh, I was a bit cheesed off this week, and I know it was only because I like my life to run like clockwork. I hate the fact that I think it was I think Wednesday was a write-off. I mean, I turned up at the hospital, got a patient transport there, and then I was told that in a power cut, so no radiotherapy today. Apparently, it was all in the area. Some of the department stores had gone down. But that set me back a day. I should have done 28 radiotherapy sessions by now. I've done 27, so I should finish on Tuesday, but instead I'm finishing on Wednesday. It's no big deal, but that leaves me, 1 day less to prepare for my winter, my European destination. So I wasn't pleased with that, but anyway, never mind. Nearly there. Youth fans buy duty free at airport. No, that's a con. That's a con. You don't have to buy things that you don't need. MVKM models. Good morning, Eddie. All right, good morning to you. Franco A, the G7X is the preferred camera for vloggers. I mean, yeah, it used to be. It used to be, but times change, and nobody used. I haven't heard of anyone using that anymore. But my G7X, I bought it. I think I bought it 6 months, around about 6 months before the lockdown came in, and I went to Thailand, and I think I went somewhere else using it. I went to Poland as well with that. It was good. I mean, the imagery was good and everything, but I've hardly used it. It hasn't been. It's still got plenty of life in it. It's not overused, so I'll bring that out back to life. Brett, good camera to have not used much. Okay, yeah. Neil Fleet, I hope you're feeling good. Stephen O'Connor, yeah, okay, fine. Cebu you're off to for Christmas. So what's good about Cebu? I mean, I've been to Cebu, but maybe I missed the best part. JJ, Betty Downey, good morning. Hugs and kisses to you. JJ, Oppo Best, that's the one that I'm waiting for. For the past few years, 3 years or so, I've used the Oppo Reno 4. And this is where I'll tell you about the phone that I'm waiting on for Amazon delivery. I've used the Oppo Reno 4, which I don't know how old the Oppo Reno 4 is, but it's a brand new camera. When I won't buy anything secondhand or renewed. So it came up on Amazon for the buy price. I think it was £399, and I've used it. Now I thought the reviews of the camera were a little bit over. I had good reviews of the camera, but the problem with mine, I've used it to death. I've used it to death. It's worn out. It's the sound quality is not good. The the sound. People been complaining during the live streams. I was doing live streams when I was in Udon with that, and people kept saying that he can't hear me. So that's done to that. But what it is, it's an element of the devil. I accept that the fact that it's not in good condition now is because I've used it to death. So I was scanning the other week, and the iPhone. I decided to ditch the iPhone. I mean, if you can't have the best iPhone out there, the latest model, then what's the point? You can't. What's the point? And also, I don't feel comfortable walking around vlogging anyway with something that costs $1.5 grand, because the thieves out there can spot the value of something from a mile away. So as for Oppo. Guess what I bought? What I'm waiting for Amazon to deliver? An Oppo. I forget what it's called. It's called an Oppo. An Oppo Reno 11F 5G. Oppo Reno 511. Did I say that right? No. Let's try this again. An Oppo Reno 11F 5G. That's the phone that I've ordered from Amazon at a bargain price. And I thought I'd made a mistake of £255. That's the cost of the phone that I'm waiting on. £255. I looked on Amazon. Is that renewed? Is it? Why is it? I mean, that's because that's much less than. That's barely half of what I paid a few years ago for an old phone. So why is it so cheap? But it's because it's that's the price. I can't see anywhere on Amazon where it's my Amazon order form where it says this is a renewed, because it says that on a lot of them. But it's a brand new phone. It was out this year, and the reviews for it are great for a mid-range phone. Because what value is a phone? Because I can't vlog the way I used to. You have to be realistic. So what and I'm not going to. I won't watch movies or anything like that. I won't watch Netflix or anything like that on a phone, because I like to sit down in front of a screen like this watching Netflix with my headphones on. So that's the one that I'm waiting on, and I'll review that. I'll tell you how good it is. But there are some good reviews. You're not going to get a great phone for that price. But if somebody steals my phone out in the streets, they're not stealing something that's worth £1.5 grand. They're stealing something that I paid £255 for. So I'm not going to get that upset by it. Funkart Media. iPhone Pro Max can buy now in Australia, 512. But is there a waiting list? JJ, no, it's generated with hospital. Franco A, any side effects today? Well, look at my hair. Look at my hair. I mean, side effects. I'm physically not progressing. It may be 100 days or something like that I had. I had that brain operation, and you can see the scar there, can't you? Where you see the scar where they've opened my head. So I've progressed. So if it's been 100 days, I have not progressed 100%, obviously. So I progressed, I think, 40 or possibly 50. But I think I've gone back. I think I was 50% progressed at one time. But since the radiotherapy, I think I've gone backwards. I think I've 40% progressed. But that's better. I can get around it, with assistance, and I can move my that's my right arm there, right there. I can still move that, and I can stand on my legs, and so. Sean Glenn, good morning, Eddie. Hello to you. Mark, when you would think hospitals that have ample backup power generators. Someone else said that. Frank Travels, good morning. Yeah, you think he would, wouldn't he? Frank Travels, good morning, Eddie. Okay, good morning. Going with Dan, the only thing they're changing these days with phones is slight improvements on the cameras. I'm going to stick with iPhone 15 for a bit longer. See, you're looking good too, Ed. Okay, fine, thanks for that. Andrew Johnson, my old mate in Pattaya. Hello, Eddie. You're looking forward to your first trip abroad. Hopefully, you're near the end of your therapy. No, happy you're near the end of your therapy. Stay strong, my friend. Yeah, okay. Nice to hear from you, Andrew. Andrew. It's almost 5 months being tied to hospitals. Three months of that was in 2 hospitals and a care home, and what was it doing there? But and then waiting for the radiotherapy. Yeah, so from the middle of May to the 9th of October, that's the best part of 5 months. That is being tied to hospitals, and now on Wednesday I'll be free. I've spoken to the doctor this week, and he seems to think that I'll discuss all of this, but in a vlog, in an update vlog. But he seems to think that I won't have any problem flying. I mean, when I said I intend to go abroad, fly as in airplanes, would that be an issue? Would that be fit to fly? He says I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I'm not going to tell the airlines, of course, don't fly. What did I say just then? Did I just say I don't intend to tell the airplanes that I'm not flying? Okay, I think that's a garbled statement. Okay, you know what I mean. Ian Fitton, hi Eddie, that's the old model. Renault 12 is now out now. Yeah, but it's still this year, isn't it? Was the Oppo was Renault 12 or 11? It's still a big leap from Renault 4. Nick J, Oppo Find Ed, Oppo Find 5 Ed. I know there's different models. There's so many different models. Mark, remember you get what you pay for. Cheap, no good, and good, not cheap. I want a phone that is. I mean, my Oppo Reno 4. I did a lot. Most of the videos that I've made in recent times are using that phone, and no one's complained about the quality. Hardly anyone's. The reason they complained is when I attempt to do live streams from it, the stability of those live streams, brought a few complaints to people. So, but I won't be doing stuff like that. I won't be walking along any beaches anymore. I'll be doing live streams in a different way, and it's worn out. The sound and everything is worn out on that phone. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll insert a new SIM card into there, but not my official number. So I may do some phone-ins using that phone. If anyone wants to phone in, I'll give that number out on the screen because it's a pay-as-you-go phone. Daniel Kelly, hello. Asif Shadiq, hello, my brother. How are you? I'm very, very fine, thank you. Okay, nice to hear from you. Leonard Washington, hi, Eddie. Hope all is well. Mark Owen, hiya, back in the John T.M. Palace, but it's a lot cooler now. Okay. Oh, yeah, I've met Mark. He's a merchant navy man. Yeah, yeah, I met Mark. Oh God, that was a a good meeting. That was just before my my collapse. But they said that was in John TM. Yeah, uh, okay, fine. Good for you, mate. I was to think then I was having a couple of cold beers at the beside the swimming pool. Okay, they seem like good days to look back to now. Okay, have a good time, Mark. Yogi Bear. Okay, okay, good to hear from you, Yogi Bear. Rob J. Well, okay, Rob J. 32 shoes. iPhone 16 Pro can get today. It's just the Max that not available. Yeah, but I wanted the biggest and the best. I didn't want to settle for anything less than the biggest and the best. I want to vlog with a big screen in front of me. But I haven't said that. I haven't said that. The iPhone Pro Max 16 Pro Max has got now a 6.9. The phone that I'm today is a 6.7 inch. That's the screen size. So I don't see why I can't do live streams with that. Maybe I'll keep you posted about that. But for 255 quid, I would worry about I mean, where I live here, where I live here now, I couldn't. I put my phone away if I'm walking along the seafront. If I'm heading to town, which I no longer do. I can't walk that far. But if I'm entering the town with my talking to a friend on a phone, I put my phone away before some skank comes up to me and says, "Hey mate, can I borrow your phone? I need to make an urgent call." That's what they do in the town that I live in here. You get skanks coming up to you that you've never seen before in your life, wanting to borrow your phone, which of course is on they're going to use for the drugs deal. What a shameful place this is. What a shameful place. And I'm not talking about foreigners, by the way. I'm talking about white English people. They are the skanks who parade around town asking complete strangers. Oh, Jesus, I get wound up. I hate it. I've said this many times before, but there's a foul stench in English towns when you go into the city and there's loads of skanks who want money from you, who think you owe it to them to give them your hard-earned money. And he strike up a conversation with you when you draw them your hard-earned money out of an ATM machine. Enough of that. I've said all this before, but Paul Campbell, Larry KDP, Eddie, you look like Sean Connery Jr. Sean Connery Jr. was Harrison Ford, wasn't it? It was in a movie, where Harrison Ford plays Sean Connery's son. Paul Campbell, keep being positive. Okay, fine. Okay, Wild and Afraid. Host, do they technically say that you are now cancer-free? They don't technically say that. What they've said is that on the operation, which was about 11 or 12 weeks ago, they got all the cancer out of my head, the mass out of my head, and it was a success. And but they had to analyze what that was, what that liquid, what that mass was, and they then analysed it, and I waited patiently for the results, And when the results came, it was pretty devastating. So, no. The answer to that is no. Good morning from the Whittle. Nicholas, good morning from the Whittle. There you go. There's Stephen. I was going bald at 19. Just shave it and embrace the new look. Okay, I'm prepared to do that. I'm prepared to do it. I was advised not to be careful about that, because I apparently with the radiotherapy, there's pink skin up there, and it's delicate. So they said you need moisturizer. So I'll leave that until next week. I'll leave that until next week. I mean, but you look fine, Steve. You look fine. You look fine. I mean, you got a lot of these. I mean, in the olden days, but once a fella starts losing his hair, he gets touchy about it. I mean, people say, "Oh, you're thin on his." Oh, Jesus! Don't say that. That's a sign that I'm getting old. I mean, I'm starting to look middle-aged. I mean, people were touching that, and yet nowadays you see everyone from Hollywood stars to athletes and everyone, young men all over the place. Shaving their head, and I don't have a problem with that. I mean, hair's hair. It's Wild and Afraid. Yogi Bear, I don't have a phone. They are, I'm someone. I wasn't on the. I wasn't tech savvy until about 10 or 10 years ago. I mean, and I'm still not tech savvy now. I mean, there's simple things that people do on the internet which I don't know how to do. I think, how do you do that? I mean, well, what? It's easy. I don't know how to do that. I can't get my head around doing that. So I'm not a technical wizard. But the internet and phones, I mean, where I am now, I mean, I'm on the internet now, and I couldn't live without the internet. My whole life revolves around it. I mean, the internet is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful creation. I mean, the 21st century is being a disappointment. I'll tell you the reason why it's being disappointed. I mean, I want to know, where is my own personal spaceship? Why aren't I going to pumpy with all those delectable women that were in those TV series years ago? Where's my spaceship? But then again, some people have commented that I'm on another planet anyway. Okay, but the internet is the one thing about, if you told people years, they'd have thought, wow, give me a bit of that. That sounds very, very science fiction. And yet now we take the internet for granted. And phones, smartphones are great. They're great. They're great. Leonard Washington, some phones look like they're getting ridiculously big, especially the screen size. Okay. Then you can tell the skanks to use a phone box. They probably haven't got enough money. They come out to you and ask you if you got a light. If you got a light, mate, that's the strike. If they can't afford a light for the cigarette, which you probably bummed off someone else, then they obviously haven't got money to use a phone box. Yogi Bear, I see it's 60 years this week since the first Bond film came out. Dr. No, really, so I love the Bond movies. I've seen them all many, many times, and this may be controversial to some people, but Sean Connery, magnificent actor, and screen presence though he was. I mean, and he wasn't my favorite Bond because I was too young then. I was too young to appreciate that. Roger Moore was my era. Those 7 Bond movies that Roger Moore. And the thing about Roger Moore, he didn't try and be like Sean Connery. He was Roger Moore. And he had such amazing screen presence, Roger Moore, as Bond, is that no matter, he's one of those actors, and there's 2 actors spring to mind about this. Roger Moore was one actor, no matter how big the scenery, he still commanded still commanded, presence, your attention on the screen because he had star quality. And of course, the other actor that I can think of that fits that is my favourite actor, Clint Eastwood. So, the Roger Moore was my favourite Bond. As if Sharik, will they do another CT scan after your treatment, brother? No, they won't. My next MRI scan is booked in for the end of January. Which I thought that's. But I've spoke to the doctor a couple of times about this, and he said, you go down, they'll say the same thing. After radiotherapy, your brain is swollen, so a CT or an MRI scan will not give an accurate result. So, and the others will say, 3 months or more. That's it. So I've got nothing to do for 3.5 months other than to do as I please. So that's probably a good thing, but I'd still feel happier having it. No. No, I've gone through my life not worrying about health issues, so I'm not going to start now. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens. All I know is that my last day of being tied to hospitals is Wednesday, the 9th of October, next week. This coming week. And my next visit to the hospital is scheduled for end of January. So what I'm going to do in between, I can do a lot in 3.5 months. Daniel Kelly, here today, gone tomorrow. Okay. Ian Fitton said the same thing. Ivermectin has shown suppressed tumor growth of glioblastoma, brain cancer. Let's see. Okay, thanks for that. Do you know what? I don't know if we're allowed to say that on there because that's you say. You said, okay, that's your advice anyway, mate, but I don't know if we're allowed to give medical advice out on there. Nicholas Ross. Canon power shot V10 vlogging camera, 4K ultra wide, Bluetooth tiltable touchscreen black vlogging kit with many windshields, soft case and lens cap. 300. Well, my old I said before, the Canon PowerShot, the Canon G7X, that was the top camera that a lot of them used in them days, years ago, including the great Bangkok 112. He sneakily used it, so. While I've got, like I say, I didn't use that. I didn't use that much when I came in, because the lock. Back. I don't know if you started this again. But this internet's not good. Yeah, that Canon G7X. I can make some good videos with that. That's years old, but it's underused. So and it was a great camera in its way. It's like cameras get worn out. I've seen some vloggers do videos in recent times still using a Canon G7X, which they've had for years, and maybe the vision isn't good, but on mine, I haven't, I haven't used it that much. The GoPro, I did use that, quite a lot, which means that it's now overheated and worn out. So cameras get worn out, but that hasn't been it. So I can bring that back to life again. Daniel Kelly, Roger Moore. Eddie, get your ticket boots. If you think that there are people who go to Thailand, civilians, you think about it, there are people who go to Thailand, but they still get there, Eddie. Okay, fine, all right, fine. I don't know. I've got one trip, one experimental trip booked in, and that's next week, and that's to a European city, which I'll tell you about it when I get there. I'll do live streams from there. Toby Price, Franco Way, we're back. Okay, fine. Okay, so I've been on for 46 minutes now. Oh, geez, Stringer, missed my comment. London Cab Thailand, good morning to you. Good morning. How are you? Are you having a good weekend? Are you planning on a good weekend? I'm stumbling over my words. And this internet is Will Smith. Whenever I see that name, don't slap me. Okay, Will Smith. Hi, Eddie. Hope you're okay. Okay, I hope you're okay. I hope Chris Rock is okay. Okay. So right now, I'll tell you what. I'm ditching Netflix. A final thing to say: I'm ditching Netflix because I can't have good internet here. It's where I am. I'm ditching Netflix. So, but because you can't download anything from Netflix, but I can download stuff from Amazon, which is I'm currently downloading something right now as I'm on this laptop. The second series of Lord of the Rings. Because it's, I know that maybe, like juvenile, but it's spectacular. And I can download, so I've downloaded the Clint Eastwood spaghetti western, which I've seen many times before. I can watch them with my new headphones, my new stereo headphones. So Amazon, I love Amazon, and it's only half the price of Netflix. I pay $8.99 for Amazon, and Netflix cost me $17.99, and I can't as much out of Netflix. I mean, Netflix is more it's better. There's older stuff. Amazon is so I'm ditching Netflix. I'm ditching Netflix because I'm not watching it. One day at a time. It is what it is. Larry KDP. That's good. Will Smith. I'm okay. I'm okay. But it's just me, my wife Jada is the real stubborn in the family. Okay. Karen Ferrari, Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece. I wasn't a fan of those movies, I mean, I like Peter Jackson, the filmmaker. I think he's made some good movies, but they weren't amongst them. They were long and they were dull, and they were all full of like, teenagers. You look like a 70s boy band and whatever. I thought they were overrated. I watched all three of them, but not for me. Not for me. But this series, including Amazon, it's amazing, isn't it, these days that some of these TV series that you get on like Amazon have got the production values of big scale Hollywood movies. So Toby Price. That's why the stream is not great. Downloading the stream, no, it isn't, mate. Because I've this is the first time that I've done a live stream with you know, with downloading something in the background, and the other live streams are packed in as well, so nothing to do with it. Peter Blue, like the new look. Okay. Okay. So anyway, here we go. Okay. So I better end it here. It's 50 minutes here now. I mean, the Wi-Fi is getting a bit iffy. So I'm waiting for Amazon. I know you've heard about that. You know, that classic play, Waiting for Godard. Well, I'm waiting for Amazon deliveries. And I told you in the next video, I'll probably show you, give you a little bit of a review of that phone that I've got for 255 quid. And you know, up to date. I've been watching videos, and it seems to be really, really good. And I haven't heard anyone saying it's not worth the money, and that's worth. Ian Bowden, nice to hear from you, Ian Bowden. Mona, just tuned in. Damn, you're going now. I am finishing. You know, but nice to hear from you, Ian. Nice to hear from you, Ian. Ian's, you know, does. I'm looking forward to Ian's videos from Spain. Ian's videos from Seville. Peter Blue, what making model of a phone? It's an Oppo Reno 11F. You know, the 5G. Okay. So I'm finishing now anyway. So I better go. Make me. You know, Amazon man might be here. It sounds like a superhero, that Amazon man. Okay, geez, I've lost the plot. I'll see you in the next stream. Okay, have a great weekend.